Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about the interview that Koeman did have about 2 or 3 days ago. This was an interview that I believe took place around the weekend, but it was only open to the media and for the people about 24 hours ago. And ever since that interview did drop, many people had questions about Ronald Koeman. Like for example, why would he say such things? Why would he say this before a match against Bayern Munich? This is a time where we do need to be more together than ever, and I do want to speak about that. But first, I do want to give a special thanks towards the OneFootball app for sponsoring this video. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find in the App Store when it comes to looking at the latest player stats or team stats, or if you do want to follow a specific team and what's currently going on in the transfer world, the OneFootball app will be there to inform you immediately and live. And one of the best new features that the OneFootball app does carry now, the OneFootball app will give out La Liga highlights in the UK. It's going to be a very important feature for many of the people that's in the UK. If you guys do want to watch any highlights regarding FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, the OneFootball app will have that in store available on your phone. The only thing that you do have to do is go into the link that's in the description box. You would be able to download it, and then from there you would be able to follow your desired teams or players, and especially watch the new highlights within La Liga. But now let's get back into the video. Now, before we go further in this video, I'd want to warn everybody here that if you are a Ronald Koeman fan and you love Koeman and you believe that Koeman is the most perfect, then I do not think that this is going to be the video for you, because in this video I am going to be ranting. I am going to be pulling out the toxicity side of myself, because again, what Koeman did say here within these statements is something that I am just going to say it is unacceptable. So if you guys do want to go further into this video and listen to what I do have to say, by all means go for it. But if not, you're more than welcome to exit this video and just see me tomorrow in that post-match interview between Bayern Munich and FC Barcelona. Also, I did not even want to make this video only because this is not a time to speak on these type of things before a match like Bayern and Barcelona, but my body is asking for it. I just have to speak on this because it is just something very important. But now let's get into it, and I'm going to be starting with the first statement, and it says here, Koeman did say, and I quote, "Last week there was also something in the media which I think it is not possible. That again suggested that the trainer does not have full power." Now, the only reason why Ronald Koeman is so bothered with the fact that he does not have all of the power, it is because he is basically speaking on that one report where it did state that one of the criterias that Koeman will need to meet at this Barcelona club this season would be to continue the philosophy of the 4-3-3 system, to continue to bet on the youth players and use them correctly. What Koeman is trying to say is that he wants to have full power because he wants to make his own sporting decisions. For example, if Koeman wants to use a 4-2-3-1 system or a 4-4-2 system, which we have seen under Koeman in the previous season, those are going to be principles that cannot fit within this club. But Koeman wants to use different types of systems. He wants to have the full power, the full control. And let me tell you, I just do not think that would be the route to go if we were to go into Koeman's ideas. Barcelona has always been very successful every time they did use a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3. It's the exact same thing, but those are the formations that have been proven to work under this Barcelona squad. We have been successful in the year of 2009, 2011, and 2015 only because we have used and stayed disciplined to the 4-3-3 system, to be a team that attacked the opposition, to be a team that controls the ball and dominates the ball 99% of the time. That is the only time Barcelona can actually be successful. Now, what would happen if Koeman were to use the 4-4-2 system and he has full control? Well, we have already seen that in the previous season between Barcelona and PSG. We used a 4-4-2 system. We let the opposition have the ball. We let PSG attack us, and what happened? We lost 4-1. Barcelona were just not capable to defend 60% of the time. This team is not built in that way. This team is built and nurtured in a specific way of playing football in Europe. There is a reason why we do have an academy. It is because we teach these youngsters, these players, a specific way of playing. Now let's move on towards the next statement, and this is what Koeman had to say. Joan Laporta, said a little too much that can be done in private. I like it when a president is committed and also asks questions. Only that it should not be in the press. That was the problem. Laporta was not wise on 2 occasions. Let me put it this way. Around the president, I had the feeling that everyone was completely behind me. Players, the rest of the coaching staff, and the other board members. So look, first of all, why do this and why cause this type of chaos, sending shots at Joan Laporta in public when you know that you have a match in about 2 or 3 days? Why have this club be so divided and create all of this drama when you are about to play the biggest game of your life? Like, if you do have problems with your own president, at least speak to it in private. This is a time for us to be more together than ever, to be more united than ever, to show that this is a Barcelona club that can put a good display against Bayern Munich. And the fact that Koeman had to do this to Joan Laporta and say these type of things, and knowing that Joan Laporta did not even want Koeman in this Barcelona club back in the beginning of June or at the end of May, the approach of Koeman towards Joan Laporta, it seems very unacceptable, and especially in a time like this. But now I do want to end it with this, right? And this is where everything does go in a full 360, and this is what really boggles my mind about this whole interview. This is what Ronald Koeman had to say about his future with FC Barcelona. One moment it's nothing, the next moment it can be everything. I know it also depends on the results. I'm open to staying. I'm just having a good time. Thanks to me, right? Thanks to me, this club has a future. So let me get one thing very straight, right? And again, I did not want to make this video because this is not a time for us to discuss Koeman's future and rant on a certain topic when you know that you have a very big game ahead. But I'm going to be speaking on it, right? I'm going to go on a full rant. So if you guys do want to move forward and continue from here, by all means go for it. But if not, you can leave right now. First things first, do you really believe that you are giving this club a future for the next 10 years? Do you really believe that you are giving this club and setting this club in a dominating position where they can dominate for the next 10 years? Do you believe that you are the reason why these players are being developed? Because if you're going to be talking about Riqui Puig, Alejandro Balde, Ansu Fati, Nico Gonzalez, Gavi, Mingueza, Eric Garcia, Barcelona developed these players. You did not develop these players. If you want to talk about developing these players, let me give you a great example. In the beginning of 2008, when Pep Guardiola first entered FC Barcelona, many were not saying that this Barcelona team had a future. Many were not saying that, oh, Xavi, Iniesta, Piqué, Puyol, look at all of these players. This Barcelona club has a future. Guardiola also did not even say that. No one said anything about these players and how this Barcelona club was going to be set for the next 10 to 12 years. But until this team proved that they could win trophies and they won in a specific way, and seeing the amount of youngsters that have participated in this sort of success, then that's when people were saying, this club definitely has a future. This club here is going to be dominating for the next 10 to 12 years. Koeman, right? You, Ronald Koeman, you have not done that yet. We haven't seen Puig, Alejandro Balde, Ansu Fati, Nico Gonzalez, Gavi, Mingueza, Eric Garcia, Alex Collado, and many other players dominate in Europe. We have not seen that yet. And the moment you are in that position where you do win games and you are dominating and you are winning trophies with these players, then yes, you are more than welcome to say that this club does have a future. And what makes this even worse, right, is that this is the exact same coach that was asking for players like Wijnaldum, that was asking for players like Luke de Jong. And if it wasn't for Coutinho being injured, we would have never seen Pedri. Like, if you want to come at me and say, but Kevin, he uses Pedri and Ansu Fati all the time, this is a coach that does develop and wants to use these young players. Look, these young players would have never gotten chances if Barcelona never entered this financial struggle, if Barcelona never encountered so many injuries. Pedri only came and started for the first team because of Coutinho's injury. That is the main reason why Pedri was introduced. Ansu Fati was already emerging and has already shown that he was going to be a great world-class player before Koeman even came in. So don't come over here and talk to me and say that Koeman came into this squad and he's developing and using these players. And so please, like, do not put yourself that reward about saying how because of me this club has a future and feel very confident that you did so. Because first of all, if you want to be given that award, make these young players that you do have in your squad become stars, because that is what Guardiola did and that is what Luis Enrique did. As a matter of fact, we are in the complete opposite of what Koeman is saying. You let go of Conrad de la Fuente in the summer and you look at what Conrad de la Fuente is becoming in the French league. He is dominating. If you guys were to look at Conrad and how he has been playing, it would have been so great to have him perform in that way at Barcelona today. And then you also want to let go of Francisco Trincao, who you did not even give chances to in the previous season, and now he's doing amazing in the Premier League. Now he is showing his quality. Now we're asking for Trincao and Conrad to come back, and now you want to do the exact same thing with Alex Collado. You were trying to send Alex Collado to whichever club, to go find a different club, and you better bet that if Collado does leave, whether it's the Premier League or to a Spanish team or to the French league, Collado will show the results. He will show that he is a great great player. Many of these players can actually do well. The problem is this manager, Koeman, cannot develop or is not capable to develop these players. Tell me one player that Koeman has developed from the previous season and is currently succeeding in this current season. Name me one. And so that is it, right? Like, you let go of Connor De La Fuente, Trincao, you do not want to use Alex Collado, and then you wonder why you're in this position where you have very limited options in the attack. And then the story is going to be, oh, Koeman never gets what he wants, the players are always injured, Koeman is always trying to ask the club to sign these players when you already had players in the first place, but you sold them because you did not believe in them. And so all of this is just excuses. Like, all of this is excuses. He wants to protect himself, and then he wants to say, right, some interviewer did ask him yesterday that if he believes these youngsters can fill in the role of Messi and Antoine Griezmann for this current season. And this is what Koeman had to say. We no longer have a player who scored 35 goals from scratch. You can feel that in the team. And so again, that right there, those are excuses. We have talked about this before, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. If you really believe that Messi and Griezmann's absence is going to be your excuse on why this Barcelona team is not doing well, then you are just not the manager to move Barcelona forward. You are just not the coach to bring Barcelona into a very dominant era. Like, for example, Messi and Griezmann, right? Messi and Griezmann were in that game against PSG, but you lost 4-1. You failed to beat Cadiz with Messi and Griezmann. You are yet to beat Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid with Messi and Griezmann in the previous season. You lost to Granada and Celta in those last 6 games when you really needed those points in order to win La Liga, and you had Messi and Griezmann. There is no difference between you having Messi and Griezmann and not having Messi and Griezmann. You're going to end up with the exact same result. You know what the real problem is here? Problem is that you, Ronald Koeman, you have no football. As of now, you have not shown that you are capable to develop these players, that you are willing to blame others in order to make yourself look good. So it's almost as if Koeman wants to be sacked. Like, I don't know why you would want to send shots at Joan Laporta and then say all of these things and all of these excuses only to make yourself look good. But that is basically all I do have to say. Again, I know that this was a very tense video, but it just has to be said, because these type of things, they have to stop. And hopefully, right, hopefully tomorrow in about 12 hours, we get to see Ronald Koeman prove the world wrong, where he does beat Bayern Munich or puts out a great promising display against Bayern Munich, and he uses these youngsters, and we actually see these youngsters prospering under his system. I would love to be proven wrong tomorrow. I would love that. But let me know what you guys think about Ronald Koeman's comments about the whole sporting issue, the presidential issue, and how he's not given control that he should be given. Let me know in the comment sections down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Again, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.